all been in a dark place where we tell ourselves, oh, you're not pretty enough or smart enough or good enough or we don't belong. We're just spewing negative thoughts at ourselves. One day I just looked in the mirror. I said, no, boo boo. You are beautiful. You are strong enough. Look at how much you have overcame, girl. You are all of that and a bag of chips with the juice box on the side. Yes, yes, because I am that. Okay? Okay. Because you are it. And you need to stop telling yourself that you are anything less. Welcome to today's video. I'm Bree, and this channel is all about guiding moms to their higher self while you're on your journey to success. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing tools that I use to take me from self-hate to self-love to recognizing that I am the queen. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into the first tip. The first thing that I had to overcome in order to get from self-hate to self-love was negative self-talk. I mean, it's just ridiculous how much we tell ourselves negative things. Nobody probably tells themselves more negative things than we tell ourselves. And what we have to learn is that everyone makes mistakes. Nobody is perfect, and we have to learn from our mistakes. Whatever we don't like about ourselves or think that we messed up on, someone has done that or worse. Or things that we don't like about ourselves, we just have to work on making them better. Some things you can't fix about yourself. They are what they are, and it is what it is. Learn to love that about you, okay? Like, the forehead is foreheading, and I just grew my hair to cover it, okay, because it's not going nowhere. I'm in my 30s. I'm just gonna be a mega mind around here. It is what it is. But you know what, somebody's still in my DMs though, so don't matter, don't care. You gotta start having that attitude, because confidence is key. Or things that I've done where I've made mistakes and it's like, okay, oof, it eats at you, because I'm definitely one of those people that replay my whole day at night and I just bash myself. And I had to get out of doing that, because everybody makes mistakes. I say, okay, Brianna, you did it, you messed up. It's okay. We're going to learn from this and we're going to move on. When you talk negatively about yourself, you are putting that negative energy out in your aurora, in your force field, in your atmosphere, and you're attracting that same negativity. We cannot do that if we want to move to our higher self and just be more at peace and truly love ourselves. When you truly love someone, you love the flaws, you love it all. I bet you that man you talking to, where he does the most simplest thing, where he's smacking his food and you just like, ooh, but you gonna love my mans anyways, right? Have that same type of unconditional love for yourself, okay? No more negative self-talk. When you start thinking negative thoughts about yourself, just take a step back and say, okay, I'm not going to think that. Replace it with something positive. And as you keep doing that and keep practicing that skill, eventually the negative talk is going to be removed, because you're going to rewire your brain that we don't do that. That's not what it is. And when you find yourself doing that, you're going to catch it sooner. And you're going to be able to replace it with positivity, because that's what we want. Positivity is going to attract positive things to you. Remove the negative talk. That takes us into the second tool, which is literally forgive yourself. Have compassion for yourself. You're not perfect. Nothing in this world is perfect. We are going to make mistakes. We have been conditioned by school, by life, by work, that mistakes are bad. Learning in life comes from mistakes and comes from failure. When you're in business, you're going to fail, you're going to make mistakes, and it's no better teacher than failure and making mistakes. Millionaire, million. Got 2 L's in it. You gonna take some L's, boo boo. It's okay. It's okay. It's a part of life. You don't dwell in those mistakes. You say, okay, I did it. Now we got to move on, because we aren't in control of every single thing that happens in life. Life happens, but it's not about what happens. It's about what you do with it. I heard this analogy that it was like mind blowing, that life is like the show Chopped. You're not in control of the ingredients that you are given, but it is what you make of it. Like, come on now. You're not going to always make the right decision. Unfortunately, sometimes we don't. But we don't dwell in those. We know that, okay, this wasn't the right decision. Now I know what to do in the future when I come across this issue or a similar issue, or now I know how to handle the situation. Now I know how to think about the situation. Definitely have compassion for yourself. Be kind to yourself. Know that you are going to make those mistakes, and it's okay, girl. It's okay. You have a support team. I bet if you put a status on Facebook about the mistake you made, it's going to be 1,001 people that's going to comment and say, I done did the same thing. I see it all the time on TikTok. We all in the same boat. We didn't all gave this man 10,000 chances, and on the first one, he already done fucked it up. We knew he wasn't no good then, but we just went. We just was there, and it is what it is. And we probably gonna make more mistakes in life, but it's okay. Have compassion for yourself, forgive yourself, and move on. Don't dwell in the past, because the past does not dictate your present nor your future. The third tool that I use to take myself from self-hate to self-love is accepting myself for who I am. Okay, I am Brianna. It is what it is. There are things that I can improve on, that I can get better at, but for the majority of me, it's me. Like I was referencing earlier, the forehead, okay, it is what it is, but I've never been one to care. You know, I'd be like, okay, my forehead big, but the hairline is crispy, okay? It's perfect. It's perfect. Or the fact that I have a scar above my eyebrow, or the fact that my lips are like totally big. Like now you're going to be like looking at my face. Oh, a good one. Okay. I've been detoxing, and it just cringes me, but like I break out on my face, and now I have all these dark spots, and I have beautiful skin, you guys. It just now it just, if anybody got some suggestions on what to do about this, but you see that I'm here. I'm showing up today. I am filming this video with all of my imperfections, and you just get to see them all up in here. But it's okay, because that boy still be in my DMs, like, no. But no, like, seriously, I'm like, bitch, I know somebody that like it, because the mustache be mustache. No, like, seriously, just be okay with your imperfections. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna get through life. Somebody likes it, okay? And more so, you need to like yourself. Love yourself. I can go on and on and on about a list of things that's wrong with me, but that just goes to show you that we all have things that we're insecure about, that we don't feel the most comfortable with. That shouldn't hold us back from going about our days, from being confident, for believing in ourselves, to love ourselves unconditionally for imperfections and all. Again, reference, it's been, we all had the man who was like and we still was like and we should have been like but we still was like So give yourself that same type of unconditional love that you gave, oh boy, that's my man, and I'ma stick by him. No, baby girl, stick by yourself, okay? That's what it needs to be. Just love on yourself. Love you, and be okay with what you are, who you are. Again, that does not mean that you cannot work on yourself to be a better person, because that's what life is about. It's about the journey to being a better person. We're on this journey of becoming our highest self, which is what this channel is all about. It's about being okay with where you're at, with who you are, but understanding that you can still be better. The understanding that you can still improve. Be okay with you, love who you are, and work on things that you're not okay with. That is what true self-love is. Before we go to the next tip, if you're finding this video useful, the information is resonating with you, definitely go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so that you'll be notified when more videos like this go live. Also, don't forget to click the link in the description. I'm going to be providing a free takeaway so that you can take these tips with you, download it on your phone, make it your wallpaper so that you see these every day as a reminder to yourself to love yourself. The fourth tool that I use to take me from self-hate to self-love was focusing on my strengths. That embodied me being, okay, well, I'm a great mom. I'm definitely a great multitasker. I was working anywhere from 50 to 60 hours a week, still being a mom, still had my online boutique, still had stuff that I was selling online on Poshmark, eBay. Like, I am it, okay? I had to tell myself and give myself some slack and know that I am doing all these things. I'm still showing up every day, tired, not always at my best and all, but I am doing it. At one point, I was working on a certification while I was doing all of these things, and I was learning how to make time for everything, multitask everything. And I focused on the good. And I definitely gave myself the recognition that I deserved. I praised myself for my accomplishments. The certification that I was working on, it was modules. So I had 7 modules to complete. And after each completion of the modules, I did something for myself that was going to make me feel good and just remind myself that I'm doing it, and to give myself some slack. I had to keep telling myself these things, letting myself know that I am it. I am that it girl. The fifth tool that I used to take myself from self-hate to self-love was surrounding myself with positivity. You have to do this. This is definitely a crucial step in transitioning to a higher self and a place of self-love. Those people that are in your ear that are constantly giving you those negative thoughts and negative mindset that is just letting it on heavy, you have to remove yourself from those environments. Sometimes this could be a spouse, this could be parents, this could be family, this could be children. You have to remove yourself or limit the access that they have to you regarding where you're trying to find a place of peace. Sometimes removing yourself from the situation entirely is going to be the best option, but that's not always feasible. If you have friends that are not in a positive state and are not giving you the love and support that you need to move into your place of self-love, it's either limiting the interactions that you have with those friends or finding some new friends that are going to give you that support and pour into you what you need to get to your place of self-love. This also included going to places that just had positive vibes, that made me feel good, that just gave that atmosphere of positivity. Putting yourself in these situations are going to help foster that transition to self-love, and it's just going to give you that boost of energy that you need every day. It's going to place those thoughts in your mind, and it's going to allow you to remember those. So when you feel down, you could think back to how you were with some of the best friends who were just such good vibes. You had such a good time, and it's going to make you smile, and you're going to be like, hey guys, what are we doing this weekend? What can be our next event? It may just prompt you to just text them and say, hey, you guys, I was such in a dark place, but you guys really lifted me up, and I appreciate all the love and support. Sometimes we're so accustomed to negative relationships that we really don't understand that there are positive and healthy relationships that exist in this world. I encourage you to find those places, those safety nets of positivity, and get into those. Make sure that you are surrounded by positive vibes, surrounded by positive people, and make sure that you are telling yourself positive thoughts as well as those around you are giving you those positive thoughts and positive speak as well. The sixth tool that I used to take myself from self-hate to self-love was practicing gratitude. Being grateful for what I have now, being grateful for where I'm at now, being grateful for what God has blessed me with, because there is always somebody that is in a worse place than you are, sweetheart. So be thankful for what you have now, even if you don't got nothing. Be thankful for the little bit that you have. Be thankful for the place that you have to stay, because there is someone who doesn't have anywhere to stay. There is some mom who is with their kids and they are just homeless. They're in the shelter. They had to leave an abusive relationship. They had something that happened where it left them without. Be thankful for what you have now. The tools that I use to be grateful every day, and all of these tools are things that I still practice. It's definitely a journey, and these things don't ever end. The things that I do is that when I first get up in the morning, I make sure that I pray. I thank God for just life, health, and strength, for being in my sound mind, for breathing breath into my body another day, for giving me a house to be in, for allowing me to have a job that blessed me to get to the point where I am now, where I can take some time off and just reevaluate my thoughts, reevaluate my life, just spend more time with my daughter, work on getting better at making videos, thanking God for all of the things that I have now, and just being grateful for everything. And when you manifest that gratefulness, that positivity, those things that you want or you need are going to start being attracted to you. They're going to start coming on their own. It's just going to continue. And I go to bed at night and I do the same thing. Lord, thank you for letting me make it back to my home safely. Let me thank you for making it back to my bed with my daughter and my dad and my mom. And let me thank you for all the people in my life who are safe, who I get to talk to another day. And I didn't experience no loss today or anything negative just came in my life. Thank you for all of that. So being grateful for what you have is going to attract the things that you aspire to have and what you want out of life. Think about this. If you had somebody that was being negative towards you all the time, just complaining, whining, and just doing the absolute most, would you want to help them? Would you want to bless them with anything? And it's the same thing with us and with God. If we're complaining all the time, if we're being negative, why would God want to bless you with something that you're complaining about? Why would God want to do anything for you? Now, somebody say, God's supposed to love us all. He does. I believe that God loves all of his children the same. But just like you as a parent, you can love your child. But sometimes you not gonna like them. Because why? They be doing the most. And you like, girl or boy, just chill. And God like, just chill. Just be happy for where you at. And I got you. If you have faith, I got you. And we just be like, I ain't got this and I ain't got that, and somebody got this and she got the perfect body and her hair is just always immaculate and she got on 3D nails and her shoe game is just extra. She got all the shoes in her TikTok video and I don't have nothing. Why don't I have this and why don't I have that? Like, ugh. I would get tired of hearing that. I don't even like my friends complaining to me. I mean, I'll listen to it. Everything isn't complaining. But like when it gets to the complaining, I'm like, we gonna cut that short, because be thankful. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. Me and my friends have had this conversation. Like, if Jesus can take what he took to die on the cross for our sins, you telling me you can't take a little life hitting you? I had to tell myself this. Like, Brianna, get it together. We need you to tighten up. And sometimes we got to tell ourselves to tighten up, because we have so much to be grateful for. So much to be grateful for. And sometimes it just makes me emotional, because too much to be grateful for. But I promise you, and this works because it has worked in my life. If you practice gratitude, if you are grateful for where you're at, grateful for the things you have, I promise you that you are going to start attracting the things that you want. You are going to start emitting that positive energy and positivity. Positive people, positive things are going to start coming to you, are going to start happening to you. Practice gratefulness. When you wake up in the morning, throughout your day, practice it at night. One thing that I absolutely love, like, I be shouting in the car every time this happens. Okay, this is like the smallest thing, but I thank God, y'all. I love it. Every time I go to the grocery store, I always get the parking space next to the cart return. That is my jam. I be like, look at God, okay? Because I don't even care if it's like far away. I love getting a parking space next to the shopping cart return, because I got a toddler. And when I put my toddler in the car, I don't want to be walking far away from her when I'm trying to put my, shopping cart up, because I don't just leave them, in the parking spaces. As some people do, to each his own, not my judgment, but I like to put it back. So just being thankful for the little things, okay? In life, just be smiling, like, y'all. I be like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Like, it really makes me so happy. And it's probably, it sounds like, I don't even know. It probably sounds crazy to some people, but it really makes me so, so happy. Every time I go to the store, I find a parking space next to the shopping cart return. So just be grateful. Find those little things in life that truly make you happy, and just that you could just truly be grateful for. When you have the positive energy and that positive vibe going, it's gonna come back to you. It's like, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. Okay. 7th tool that I use, and this is probably the most important one of the most important one. It's last but definitely not least, and that is self-care. You have to take care of yourself. You have to do things that make you feel good. We sometimes put ourselves last because we're given to this person, given to that person, given to our spouses, given to our kids, but we're not given to ourselves. And it's something that I learned, and I heard, it was like I was listening to this speech from Oprah. She was talking about how she had to learn that she was giving everything to everybody from an empty cup, and you're supposed to give from the cup that's running over. You have to fill up the cup. We are running on half full, or trying to give, when we supposed to fill ourselves, have us running over, and then we can give to others. How are you supposed to show up for your spouse or your kids or yourself where you're not pouring into yourself? Self-care also includes all of the normal things that you would hear people say about eating good, exercising daily or on a regular basis, doing things that make you feel happy, making sure that you're getting enough sleep. All of those things equate to self-care and self-love. I had to realize that I didn't love myself the way I thought that I love myself. Like, truly loving yourself is just not putting yourself in situations that you know aren't good for you, not doing things that I know isn't good for me. And I've thought to myself about how I've done those things. And this is why I say that the journey to a higher self, it is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Life is a marathon. It's not a sprint. We live every day as if it could be our last, but we strive to be better for tomorrow. Let me know in the comments which one of these tools you are going to practice using starting today, or let me know which ones resonated with you the most. If you've had any trouble with them, or if you found success with them that you've just done in the past before watching this video. Thanks for tuning in for today's video, and as always, be blessed, and I will see you in the next video.